let me down.
Why would I do that?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 10 Yellowstone scenes that may have gone too far.
A requirement of patients receiving an abortion at this clinic is sterilization.
For this list, we'll be looking at shocking moments from this neo-Western series that some might argue crossed a line. Others would argue that these hard-hitting moments were justified and fit the show's overall tone. Either way, there's going to be spoilers, so consider this your spoiler alert. What are your thoughts on these Yellowstone scenes? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Monica and Predator.
We'll walk right out there and get great service.
You go ahead, I'll stay here.
Violence against indigenous women has seen an alarming surge throughout the U.S. Yellowstone addressed this serious issue in Season 3, culminating with Monica confronting a predator who's been abducting Native women.
Come on. Come on.
This sequence slowly builds uneasy tension as we're put in Monica's vulnerable position. Although Monica and the audience know what's coming, it doesn't make it any easier to watch the predator chase her down and force himself on her. The ordeal is thankfully part of a setup with Mo taking a precise shot. While things could have played out much worse, Monica's ordeal is undeniably traumatic, and more than some can handle. The attacker's demise is especially graphic, but given everything he's done, viewers can also take great satisfaction in this scene.
You're a brave woman.
Thank you for not missing.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Number 9. Sheriff Donnie Haskell's death.
Hold it, sir. Hold it, hold it. Nobody's eating. They're just staring at each other.
A recurring figure throughout the first 4 seasons, Donnie Haskell might not have been the most integral Yellowstone character, but his death caught us off guard nonetheless. Intervening during a diner holdup, John and Rip take out all the thieves, but Donnie gets caught in the crossfire. Some might call their actions heroic. Others may say that John and Rip could have prevented Donnie's death if they hadn't taken the law into their own hands. Whether or not you think they crossed the line, Donnie's demise is only made more brutal as he tries to call his daughter.
Hey, Dad, can I call you later? I got the kids crawling
I
all over
know.
me.
I'm not that sure. You can.
What? Dad?
Donnie isn't even given a chance to say goodbye as he expires mid-conversation. John is left to tell Donnie's distraught daughter that everything's not okay. Number 8. Jamie murders Sarah.
You know, your family deserves to lose everything. I can't tell you the pleasure that it gives me to be the one taking it.
Even before it's revealed that he's adopted, Jamie has always been an outsider in the Dutton clan. Behind the fancy suit and law degree, though, Jamie possesses the killer instinct of both his adoptive and biological father. When Sarah Wen backs Jamie into a corner, he sees violence as the only way out. It'd be one thing if Sarah died instantly as Jamie bashes her head against a car. What pushes the scene over the edge for some viewers is Jamie's subsequent actions. Putting his hands around Sarah's neck, Jamie repeatedly says, "I'm sorry," as he does the unthinkable.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jamie was already something of a polarizing figure, but this scene in particular left fans torn on whether to sympathize with him or condemn him. Number 7. Dutton Family Hit.
Wait, I don't know what that is. Don't.
Yellowstone held nothing back in its 3rd season finale, leaving us with Beth's office exploding, Casey seeking refuge behind a desk as guns start blazing, and John enduring a drive-by shooting. If any of the Duttons had died, we might have put this scene even higher. While they ultimately survived to see another season, the sequence still delivers multiple deaths. Namely, Beth's assistant blows up when she opens the package, while a mother John helped on the side of the road is gunned down. The woman's death, in particular, could be viewed as gratuitous. At the same time, you could argue that her exit epitomizes John's toxic nature. Anyone who gets close to him, even for a minute, is bound to suffer in some way. Number 6. Teal on the toilet. When the Becks take Tate, the Duttons show no restraint on a revenge-laced rescue mission. While multiple members of the Beck clan meet graphic ends, Teal's is the hardest to watch. That's not to say Teal didn't get what he had coming to him, especially considering the hell Tate goes through. Still, watching anyone die in a toilet makes us squirm in our seats. Sneaking into his domain, Casey fires at Teal in the most compromising spot imaginable. After shaking him down for information, Casey puts Teal out of his misery. However, he doesn't give him the courtesy of being able to die with his pants on. We guess Teal didn't deserve a dignified death, but does anyone deserve to go in such a humiliating fashion?
I promised my wife I'd kill you. All a man has is his word.
Number 5. John puts down a horse. You'll know whether Yellowstone is the show for you based on the first scene. Some shows ease us into the gritty realism, but Yellowstone dives in head first as we're introduced to John Dutton. The blood running down John's face is only a fraction of the surrounding traffic accident. A poor horse is left suffering, forcing John to put it out to pasture.
It's not fair, this life.
While a truck driver also meets a grisly end, let's be honest. Seeing a human character die can be horrific, but watching an animal suffer is just too much for some. This sadly isn't the only horse that dies in the series. So if you couldn't make it past this tone-setting opening, you might not have the stomach for the show's remainder.
Jesus, that's John Dutton. Commissioner, you all right?
Number 4. Rip rips Lloyd.
Lloyd Walker, this shit ends here. All of it.
You wouldn't want to cross Lloyd Pierce. Otherwise, a friendly hangout might turn into a surgery with a veterinarian treating your knife wound. As hot-headed as Lloyd is, we'd still rather be on his bad side than Rip's. Wanting to make an example out of his friend, Rip pits Lloyd against Walker in a brawl. Despite his recent stabbing, Walker gives the older ranch hand a red face.
Let's dance, Rip.
Boy, get over here.
Once Lloyd gains the upper hand, though, he refuses to let go. Rip decides to finally put an end to the feud, beating Lloyd into the ground. Watching Rip smash Lloyd's hand stings more than anything else. Was this a necessary lesson, or did Rip overdo it? Even Rip seems unsure as he reflects on the confrontation. Number 3. Attack at Beth's office. Beth possesses an unbreakable spirit, but even she's not invincible. As Malcolm Beck's goons storm Beth's office, Rip finds himself in a race against the clock to save her. It's hard to single out the most savage moment from the sequence. The death of Beth's assistant Jason is especially upsetting to watch.
We don't care if he's scared. We're here to scare you.
Beth responds with obscenities, prompting one of the armed men to beat her more. He would have gone a step further if Rip didn't show up, turning both thugs' heads into target practice. Even though blood isn't done being spilled, feeling that her attacker got off too easily, Beth puts an ashtray to effective use. Only then does she permit herself to cry, which might be the most gut-wrenching sight of all. Number 2. Why Beth Hates Jamie.
I need a favor.
Not spending my last day here watching you shop on Main Street.
I need your help.
There's always been tension between Jamie and Beth, but we don't get to the root of their sibling rivalry until season 3. In a flashback, it's revealed that a young Beth turned to Jamie after becoming pregnant.
Jamie. I'm in trouble.
Jamie arranged to have the pregnancy terminated at the one place where she wouldn't be recognized.
There's a Planned Parenthood in Billings. Take her there.
I can't. Everyone will know.
This clinic requires patients to be sterilized in the process, however. Jamie neglects to tell Beth this, depriving her of the ability to give birth in the future. So much about their relationship suddenly makes sense, although it may be more information than some of us wanted to know. It's debatable if this is the scene that officially went too far, but Jamie undeniably crossed a point of no return that day.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Taking back the brand. Yellowstone has repeatedly pushed the envelope for what a cable series can get away with. Watching this graphic scene, we briefly thought that we might have accidentally changed the channel to HBO. Exacting revenge against Wade Morrow, Rip sees an opportunity for Walker to prove his loyalty.
I need a name.
What name?
Before turning against Yellowstone Ranch, Wade once worked for John and even became a branded man. Having betrayed the Duttons, Wade is no longer fit to have the Y symbol on his chest.
I'm gonna kill you, son of a. But before I do, I'm gonna take something back.
What's more painful than being branded? Having the brand removed. Although we're only given a few brief close-ups of the act, Wade's cries and the sound of Walker's knife make this the show's most agonizing death and arguably the closest it's come to going overboard.
Y'all wanted revenge? Well, now you got it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.